Yo, welcome back to the channel. It has been a while, so apologies. I've been very busy, but today I'm just going to commentate over a tournament match I had for Judah's tournament, the Halloween tournament, previously the Toxic Ground tournament, and before that it was something else I can't remember. But yeah, facing off against JWILL. I've never actually played JWILL before, so this was quite fun. There's a new rule, which is that you get to choose a trick or treat, which I did help come up with, so I will take a bit of credit. But a treat is that you get to either blacklist or whitelist a champion, and a trick is that you get the ability to re-roll. So you can see me and JWILL here just talking. He's whitelisting Starkey, so assume he has a rank 3. And I will be re-rolling, so I don't get, you get one or the other. It is sort of the choice there. Just before this, I should say I've not recorded it. Again, I'm really behind on content just because I've been busy, but I recently completed the Karina's challenges, so I managed to get Starkey, and I only just added him to my deck as a 7-star, so him saying that, I was more than happy. But yeah, let's load into the first match, see what happens. I'll try my best to commentate. This is new for me, so bear with if it's rubbish. Oh well. But yeah, looking at the roster, I also have a Nightcrawler, so I was quite happy to see that. But that Dust, don't want to fight her. I hate fighting her. Maestro as well in this meta is awful, just because his glancing is pretty annoying. It can be difficult to get the crit up whilst he's glancing you. So yeah, very annoying champion. And Titania, I also have a rank 3 man thing. We noticed there that JWILL has one as well, but Titania's probably the best option for him, so decided to remove him. JWILL's choosing Bullseye here, which is pretty standard, so I'm picking up Warlock because I know he can do it, and Warlock is a pretty good champion all round for this meta, defense and attack. Joe Fixit I'm picking up in case he grabs Man Thing, and we see JWILL getting Falcon and Photon. I don't have Photon in my deck just because she's a poverty rank 6, and also I just find her quite annoying to play, at least, and at rank 6 she's not doing much these days, especially in this meta where you can just crit her. I'm picking up my Bullseye of my own, and Nova as well. I have a rank 6 Nova at 6200, but I thought the rank 2 would be better for defense just because of the additional stats. JWILL's getting a rank 3 Red Skull, which is a bit scary, I won't lie, just because all those armors are dangerous. And here you see me actually use the reroll for the first time, so yeah, getting that Atuma and that Hulkling, that's pretty useful. That will allow me to take Photon. It will allow me to take Warlock if he decides to place them, as well as adding my own rank 3 Atuma. So can see here that he's picking up Man Thing and Count Nefaria. JWILL told me later on that after the match that Nefaria can take Man Thing, which was a surprise to me. But you see there, I'm grabbing Adam Warlock just to take this Red Skull. So yeah, that's the drafting phase done. JWILL, because I invited first, he has to place first. So let's see who he goes with. He's starting off with Bullseye, which, yeah, fair enough. And I'm going to go with Nova. So Nova on defense, I can't remember exactly what it is, but it's like reduced damage on crits or something like that. And we're going to go with Warlock here. So Warlock is Bleed Moon, but he also will Power Drain. And his damage, yeah, you miss out on the bleeds, which I'm getting up, so then he could willpower it. But yeah, I don't know. Anyway, trying to get the crits off via intercepting. Warlock has a nice reach on his light attack, so it does make it a little bit easier. But I do mess it up at one point. But yeah, stacking those infections, so we're always trying to keep him as low on power as possible. Baiting one special is fine, just because it depletes it all the way down to 0. And now we're close to the special 2. We're just going to try get this intercept off. And you see I'm failing here. Ahead of getting that special 2 to hit. Now those armor breaks are up as well. We're going to be power draining him a lot. So we can be a bit more liberal with the intercepting. But yeah, it's more of the same for the rest of this fight. It can be done a lot cleaner if you don't get hit on the intercept, but yeah. I'm not a god. I am able to make mistakes, as we all are. But yeah, get the second special 2 off, and then we just finish out the fight. Yeah, again, I'm quite trusty of Nova on defense. You sort of want a champion who doesn't rely on the crit me node to crit. So champions like Starkey, Cosmic Ghost Rider, they're good for Nova just because they're not relying on guaranteed crits. So yeah, even someone like Adam Warlock can take Nova. Yeah, I'm going to place my own bullseye here. I see he doesn't have the best counter. Same as me, he's probably going to have to use Warlock here. He could maybe use Red Skull, but that would require a lot of parrying to make sure the power is depleted. But he decides to place him on defense, and we're just going to try to do this with Adam Warlock. For this fight, it's one of those where, yes, you get the guaranteed crits when intercepting, but you just don't really want to be doing that against Red Skull. I feel much more comfortable doing it once we have the unblockable up, so you can see I'm being quite patient here, trying to buy a bit of time until I get a bar of power. And the idea in this matchup is you want to throw that special into Red Skull's block. That will give you 10 charges straight away. But he unfortunately dashed in as we were doing that. And now this unblockable is up. We don't really have to worry about much. We just need to focus on getting our hits up, building our charges. See there, I was more confident about the intercept because I had the unblockable up. And yeah, pretty standard Adam rotation. Does fall off there, which was a little bit annoying. I did expect the taunt to make him throw that special, but it's all good. And yeah, here you see we throw the special into block, start at 10 charges. Then from here the fight should be over, basically. So yeah. Adam doesn't necessarily need the guaranteed crits, but it does obviously help, as with any champ. So yeah, we take round 1. He must have had a similar fight to me where you try to go for the intercept and you miss it, and you just take a combo. Yeah, that's a sort of theme with Bullseye, which I tend to be facing. Serpent the same. I think the AI at the moment, there's a lot of reports of just like backdrafting and light intercepting, so it's not uncommon. You'll see people just accidentally lose health. There's a fight later on which we'll get around to where it's going so well and Bullseye just clipped me whilst I was trying to intercept. But yeah, we take round 1, happy with that. Started off really well, got the nerves out with that Warlock fight. Going into match 2, I decide to stick to the same bands. I'm not facing Dust, especially a rank 3. If she was rank 2, sure, but a rank 3 is just going to take forever to get down. He also sticks with the same bands. I have a rank 3 Spider-Man Classic, which you may think is a bit mad, but he does a lot of damage this meta. A guaranteed crit on that special 2, plus the stun, which allows you to combo afterwards. You're basically killing most defenders with that. So yeah, he seems to be getting banned a lot, which is a surprise. But yeah, back to the draft. JWILL's gone for Photon and Man Thing. That's already a scary looking draft. And you'll see I play this draft really, really poorly. I've picked up Starkey and Warlock, and then Adam Warlock as well. And yeah, think here I'm thinking Man-Thing, you know, he's not really got many counters for that. Domino at this point he didn't either. But yeah, we see he is going to get Warlock here. And his draft at this point already is looking much more favourable in the matchups. We're looking at mine thinking, you know, maybe Domino can do a Tuma, but then that's one less defender I have. He has CGR for Warlock, so yeah, it's not looking good at the moment. Here I think I have to take Hulk and Joe Fixit, and the reason why I didn't re-roll here is because I just thought there's a good chance I don't get Joe Fixit or Hulk in the re-roll. And that would just mean that the Man-Thing fight is an automatic loss. So yeah, he picks up Starkey. And I know there's not much I can do about this draft. I have 2 defenders, one of which I might need to use on attack. But yeah. I know this one's probably a loss at this point. But yeah, I placed Man-Thing. I probably shouldn't have placed him first, just because that's my best defender. He places a Tuma. So yeah, in my mind at this point, I'm just thinking he doesn't really have a counter. We're just going to have to see who deals the most damage in the quickest amount of time, and both attackers are going to die. That's what my thinking is here. He goes with Photon, and that's exactly my thoughts. You know, he's going to get poisoned. He's going to get the armor breaks on him. I am running an equity, so that should slow him down a bit. But I start off dreadfully. And I'm just trying to play catch up with the health with Joe. And it does not go well, so yeah, don't try this. This is not a good idea. Probably in hindsight should have gone with Domino. But yeah. So yeah, that was a surprise to me that Photon could take Man-Thing. Never knew she could do that, so that's quite impressive. You know, fair play. Just got to give him that one. So yeah, at this point, I basically know this is a loss. Hulk can do Man-Thing, and we see I do better in a later round in this matchup. But yeah, I know this one's done. Whether he goes CGR here or he goes Starkey, he's won this. Barring Adam Warlock doing some shenanigans and clipping him with an unblockable. Yeah, I don't think I'm getting out of this fight quick enough. But yeah. So in my testing, I found that Hulk Special 3 is probably the way to go just to get some increased attack. But I think you need to play it where it depends on your charges. So you see here I go into my angry mode, whatever it's called. Here I should just go Special 2. By going into Special 3, I don't have enough downtime to make use of the Fury. So I should just go Special 2 here instead of the Special 3, and just make do with being in that anger mode, whatever it's called. So yeah, it's going okay in fairness. Struggling to get the intercept here. But yeah, between the time that it takes to do the special 3 and the lost downtime in being in anger mode, gamma mode, whatever it's called, I don't think it was worth it there. One extra combo in that time would have made up the difference. But yeah, here you can see I'm really struggling to close out the fight. I'm not able to get the intercepts in. And I think to just force my way into that mode, try get an intercept. I don't know why that didn't count there. That's a bit annoying, isn't it? But it is what it is. And as you can see, yeah, he stalled me out the whole time. So yeah, not a good round, and JWILL takes this one 2-0. So at the moment, it's a pretty close match. So yeah. So I'm just looking at my roster to see what other counters I have for Maestro. Because I'm considering letting him through and not dealing with Man-Thing this time. Yeah, just to see if like a change will sort of move the needle a bit. Because yeah, I'm noticing that, you know, if I can take Maestro instead of Man-Thing, then that's another defender that I don't have to worry about. Whereas at the moment, because I'm having issues with Man-Thing, it makes sense to ban him. So yeah, that's why I did the change here. Hopefully that's making sense. I'm just fancying my luck with Maestro over Man-Thing, even at the cost of my own Man-Thing. So he picks up Negasonic here. He's probably seen my roster now. I've got 3 skilled defenders in Killmonger, Tuma and Bullseye, so she's great for all 3 of them. He does get the Maestro and Juggernaut, and I have to get Juggernaut myself for the Maestro. I pick up Havoc here, just because he can be a bit annoying. I know that Starkey can take him. And I pick up Cersei because, yeah, she can be annoying this meta. I know Jugs can take her fairly quickly. I mean, you can do that with most champs, but yeah, Chavez can't take her this meta. It's very slow. So yeah, I re-rolled there. It wasn't really what I was looking for, but we decided to get Nick Fury. He's got that full second life in this meta, and Red Skull of my own. That's just to counter sort of any mutants that come up, but also of the options of attackers he has, Starkin can take both Havoc and Red Skull, but not both, so try catch him out there. And I'm picking up Domino. So yeah, this draft is not looking good. He's got a full roster of rank 3s. Some of them look terrifying, so I'm going to place Nick Fury here. And when I see that he takes this with Negasonic, I think this is an opportunity to get a win. And that's why I go with Jugs. I know Jugs is just going to nuke this really quickly. Negasonic is not going to do this too quickly. She'll come out full health. But between the 2 lives of Nick Fury, she can't take this quick. I was expecting him to use Jugs for it, to be honest. But I think he might be saving Jugs for Domino. So yeah, Juggernaut, just compare this to the Joe Fixit fight. They're equal ranks. both punching up against this Atuma. But just look at the damage that Jugs is doing. It's actually absurd. And he's barely taken any thorns or whatever it's called, rough skin. So yeah, 26 seconds. That is more than enough time to make up the health loss. So I was fairly confident about this one. Looking at the remaining drafts, I am worried about that photon on defense. And it is a bit of a shame because now that I'm looking at this, I'm seeing that Jugs is just going to nuke my Domino, sort of in the same way that I just did this Atuma fight. And I don't really have a good answer to Photon or Killmonger. As well as Maestro, Chavez isn't like very quick. So yeah, it's not looking good, even though we have taken the first round here. So in hindsight, should have probably kept Domino and used her for Killmonger. Probably should have placed Cersei to get rid of the Jugs, and just sort of thrown the round. But I know Cersei can do this matchup. I've done it in my testing well. But Photon's just on. She's just having one of those days where, yeah, it's just not going well against her. And I was getting a bit fed up of seeing her. Also knowing that she can take Man-Thing and like the way this fight is going, I just can't be asked to deal with Photon anymore. But yeah, Cersei in theory is quite a good attacker in this meta because, I mean, you're going to see the damage off this special too in a second. So yeah, no idea why she threw that special one. But yeah, that's just normal Photon. Get the true damage first and then we'll refresh everything. So here we dash back, then throw it. But it didn't matter anyway. So yeah, Jugs took a bit of damage. If I played that fight perfectly, and you know, wasn't getting hit constantly and running into specials, I might have won that. But yeah, shoulda, woulda, coulda. So yeah, I'm not sure why I chose Chavez. Part of me was thinking he's going to be Dex in mode, so when the Dex, you know, expires, I'll be getting willpower. That was my thinking. Should have maybe gone with Havoc on defense, and just hope that, you know, he isn't able to get the power drain off in time for the detonation of the plasmas. But I thought, you know, Havoc, he doesn't make contact on his mediums. That would allow me to not have to worry about reverberation. And you can see in this fight, we're starting not too badly. But yeah, it's just gone badly this whole round. But yeah, you know, half a minute in and down to 40%. Yeah. getting cornered here is not fun either. Throw a heavy just to push him back a bit. But yeah, this fight is more than finished. To compare to a Starkey, go up against that. It's slim pickings anyway, to be honest. But yeah, we're just gonna try close out the fight. If he's made a mistake, he's made a mistake. But yeah, not the best draft again. Should have played it more tactically. So yeah, he smoked it. Yeah. So yeah, JWILL is up 2-1 at this point. I was wondering what? No, it's 2-1 to JWILL. So this is a match point, I guess, match decider. Because it is best of 5. So yeah, going into the 4th game here, he's sending the invite. And as I mentioned, this is the point where I've, in my mind, decided that Photon needs to go. I'm not dealing with her. And that allows 2 things. So I'm not allowing Titania because she's really good. I mean, I don't like her personally. But yeah, Photon's going because she's giving me trouble on defense. And if she can take Man-Thing, then that's going to be an annoyance. Dust as well, I just don't want to fight her. So I know I have to prepare for Man-Thing and Maestro. So I'm keeping that in mind when I'm doing these drafts. JWILL's sticking with the same bands. Masakre, I mean, I only recently took him up to rank 6. But for most players, if you see Masakre, Massacre, whatever you want to say, yeah, you ban him. Because in the right hands, he is deadly. I was surprised he was banning Serpent, because he has a rank 3, but can't complain. So JWILL's gone for Superior Iron Man, which was a first, I think. I was a bit scared about that, to be honest, because I know the guy can do some pretty crazy stuff, especially when you're guaranteeing his crits. At this point of the draft, I know I've got 2 great defenders, probably the best attacker in the meta. And I've noticed he's picked up a Mega Sentinel. Sorry, there's a bit of a bug there, because I selected Cersei and then re-rolled, but she stayed in my draft. Anyway, I know he's picking up a Mega Sentinel here, and I know in testing with my rank 3 that she can't take Man-Thing. So yeah, I'm sort of hoping that he sticks with that. If I was him, I would have gone with Negasonic. But again, I've got a tumor on Bullseye, which is going to cause him problems. We pick up Warlock and Starkey, and this draft is looking massively in my favour at this point. So yeah, sometimes it just goes that way where you get the draft. Cool. So starting off here with Bullseye, he's going to do the same. And I'm sure you've seen, or at least you've done some fights already of this matchup. But yeah, because Scarlet Witch can power lock, power drain, and power steal, or whatever one it is. Yeah, she's quite a good Bullseye counter this meta. I'm going to show you what not to do. Because as I teased earlier, sometimes you just get unlucky intercepting and that cost you the match. So yeah, this fight, it couldn't go better to begin with. Hit his block, dash back, get the light. We end up with 3 Furies, and we're getting the procs on, the regen, the power drain, all of that. And yeah, that last combo there, had I just thrown the special 2, probably would have been over. But for some reason I do an extra hit, it pushes me to the special 3. And then you're going to see I'm in a bit of a pickle here, because the special 3 pushes him basically up to his special 1. And I'm trying to parry there, but I get hit. And then I have to bait this out, and he's already halfway to another special. So yeah, this has just gone really badly really quickly. I know I have to get the intercept in order to have a chance there. And I miss it. He combos me, and that's lights out. So yeah, you know, what was it, 10-15 seconds into that fight, we were at 30. We'd got him down to like 30% health. And yeah, the small margins there on that, which I was fucking furious when that happened as well. I was like, how did I fuck that up so royally? But yeah, what could you do? It happens. And at this point, I know that I've already fucked the Photon matchup. I fucked this matchup. In my mind, I'm sort of, you know, losing momentum. But I still have the draft here. There's still no one he can really place that will give me much trouble. And I know that, you know, if he takes a Tuma with Negasonic, that's going to be slow. If he tries to take Man-Thing with a Mega Sentinel, that's going to be slow. He won't finish the fight. So I'm still really sure on, you know, this draft. So yeah, whilst I am like furious at this point, it's not affecting me, because I know I've basically won the draft. So with that in mind, I am placing, I think it's Man-Thing next. Yeah, I know, a Tuma. Okay, so I think that change was probably a good one. I know that Jugs can take Maestro quicker than Negasonic can take a Tuma. So I thought these are the faster matchups. And I know that a Mega Sentinel can't take Man-Thing, as I've been saying. So I thought better to win the speed race round than to leave it to, you know, the last round. But yeah, you can see here, Jugs is just a little bit broken. Somehow here we nullify the glancing, which is impressive. Pretty chuffed with that. And that just allows me to finish the fight. Yeah, Jugs at rank 3 will obviously do that quicker, but I think it's only Jugs against Jugs where that really comes in. Whilst I would take him to rank 3, I'd rather take up Starkey, or, I mean, I'm going to get trolled in the comments because I took up Spider-Man Classic and Ant-Man, but yeah, I'd rather take up those interesting, different, unique champions who probably need the rank a bit more than to, you know, supercharge these amazing attackers already. So I have Prowler at rank 3 as an example, and at rank 3 he can close out lots of fights, whereas at rank 2 he can't. Starkey can just do the same fights but quicker. So that's sort of my idea on some of these rank ups. But yeah, I know at this point he doesn't really have a defender. That will be too difficult, and he does not have a counter to Man-Thing. So yeah, this fight, gonna try doing the Nightcrawler trick where we get him to hold block and go into his swashbuckling mode. This will mean that he won't evade. So you can see I'm trying to do that first, and we managed to get it. So didn't take too long to get that. And from here, I'm just going to build my poise charges like normal. And then I realise at this point, I should just start hitting him soon, because it's not going to take long to get him down. That's a wrap. So 2-all. And you'll see I'm going to have to wait a while for this one. But yeah. Omega Sentinel can't take Man-Thing. She's... In theory, you'd think it would work because she's Nullify immune. So you're not going to get the postules or whatever the buffs are that he places on you. They're not going to nullify. And that will prevent the armor breaks and the poisons going on you. And also with her armor ups, yeah, it doesn't really matter. But the issue here is that while she has really high attack, it's not cutting through enough on a rank 3 Man-Thing. My rank 3 Omega Sentinel, she can do it in about a minute and a half. But that, again, you're not going to win many matchups doing it like that. So, you know, JWILL here is using a rank 5 SIG-200, so a non-ascended 6-star. So yeah, sometimes you just need to know these matchups. And yeah, as you can see, it's just not going to work. So, Man-Thing's a problem this meta. You know, usually people just ban him, so I don't really face him. But because JWILL has him at rank 3 as well. Learning on the fly. So yeah, 4-all. Hopefully you've been enjoying the commentary so far. But this is the last match. And of course this is round 1 as well. So in order for us to progress, whoever wins this one takes it all. And following that last match, I feel quite confident with these bans. Yeah, I was thinking if he unbanned Serpent, he doesn't have many mystics to really counter them. But that would be a bit of an issue for me because Serpent and Maestro I'm leaving open. But again, JWILL bans the same characters, so I'm quite happy when I see that. I think I've got a good opportunity there. Starting off picking up really like my 2 best defenders for the meta, I would say. JWILL's also picking up some good characters. Here I decide to reroll to pick up 2 attackers, really. Yeah, so two great defenders, 2 great attackers. Can't really complain at this point. Again, Negasonic, she counters a lot, but she's not the quickest. So yeah. So I'm picking up Thing here because I've noticed he's not got anyone who can really take them, and he picks up the bullseye straight away, and in my mind I'm thinking, is that because he's going to be using bullseye against Thing? But yeah, last draft I'm going to go over Mega Sentinel here, and just deal with that Sinister so it's not a threat. Also, if he places Negasonic on defense, I have a tech champion, which means she won't be able to evade straight away, so yeah. So yeah, first things first, Man-Thing versus Thing. JWILL, he is going to go bullseye here, so I think he's going for the speed element. Yeah, but you'll see I take this fight a lot better than previously. So he says before getting hit. I'm not too worried about that because the armor breaks will be able to heal back. via willpower. So despite me taking all of these hits, I'm not as concerned at this point. So here, because I hadn't gone into Gamma, it makes sense to go for the special 3, because that puts us into it straight away, and it gives us that extra fury. Again, getting hit, not really sure what's happening here. A bit of a head loss, I imagine. You can see with the fury, we're doing a lot of damage, and that's reduced damage as well by Man-Thing. So yeah, because of that rotation, we're able to get the special 2 off with the special 3 fury, and that is why I'm able to close out the fight this time around. Yeah, sloppy, it wasn't clean, but you know, of the people who have taken Man-Thing in this matchup, Photon's taken it, which was the quickest. There I lose out because yeah, he just had the more favourable matchup, but that's the best rotation I have to offer against Man-Thing. As I said, people normally ban him against me, so I didn't get much practice, but yeah, at this point I'm still feeling kind of confident about the draft. As I said earlier about Nova, you don't want guaranteed crits against him, so anybody with good crit rate will be great. But he doesn't have that available to him. So I decide to place Nova against the Sinister because I think I can do it quicker than any of his options. And that's all things considered. And yeah, if that goes to plan, then Man-Thing on defense in round 3, I should be able to secure the win. You can see here I take a lot of hits, and yeah, at this point I'm feeling a bit disappointed about that. A bit too ambitious with the intercepting. Yeah, struggling to close out the fight here, but do eventually get an intercept off. And at this point, I'm happy with this, but I'm very aware that if he comes out with 100% health, he could still win. And yeah, if you're looking at the time of this video, you probably know what's going to happen. But yeah, it is very close. Had he not, I imagine he procced a regen. Had he not procced that, as an example, I would have won this. But yeah, it was a good fight. Go watch JWILL's perspective. He's going to be uploading his on his channel, which I will link down below. But yeah, thank you for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Hopefully it's not as long. But yeah, catch you soon.